emerge from listening to the Dharma, may I attain Buddhahood for the sake of benefiting all mother sentient beings. The Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha, I go for refuge until enlightened. By the merits from listening to the Dharma, may I attain Buddhahood for the sake of benefiting all mother sentient beings. To the Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha, I go for refuge until enlightened. By the merits from listening to the Dharma, may I attain Buddhahood for the sake of benefiting all mother sentient beings. In particular, I must achieve enlightenment quickly in order to free all numberless kind mother sentient beings from the unimaginable ocean of samsaric sufferings and lead them to peerless full enlightenment. For this purpose, I must listen and thereafter put into practice the teachings of the profound Buddha Dharma. Deyata, Shami Shamawati, Shamita Shankru Angri Mangri, Marozite Karute Kiori, Tizowati, Oloyani Ushada Nimani, Mana Panayi, Kukri Kaka Grasi Grasani, Omuki Param Muki Amuki Shamitani, Sawa Graha Banda Nani, Nikhitra Srava Para Pawadina, Vimuta Mara Pasha, Sidapitwa Buddha Mudra, Anun Gatita Sarva Mari, Putarita Parishudi, Vigasantu Sawa Mara Kramani. I prostrate to the gathering of Dakinis of 3 places, coming from the supreme holy site of space and joy, who have the powers of clairvoyance and magical emanation, and regard practitioners as the offspring. Aka Samarata Shada Rasa Marayape. Aka Samarata Shada Rasa Marayape. Aka Samarata Shada Rasa Marayape. Dayata Gadi Gati Bargati Barsam Gadi Bodhi Soha. Through the path of the great truth of the words of the exalted 3 jewels, may all adverse conditions be overcome. May they become non-existent. May they be pacified. May all the evils such as enemies, obstacles, and hindrances and adverse conditions be pacified. Shatim Kriye Soha. May the 80,000 types of obstacles be pacified. May we be separated from adverse conditions. May everything conditionally be obtained, and by the auspiciousness of everything good, may that be excellent happiness here and now. May all sentient beings achieve extraordinary superior happiness and its causes. May all sentient beings be free from the unbearable sea of suffering and its causes. May all sentient beings never be parted from bliss of supreme liberation. May all sentient beings be free of all bias, attachment, and anger to near ones and aversion to others. To accomplish my own and others' aims, I generate altruistic intention to attain enlightenment for the benefit of all sentient beings. To accomplish my own and others' aims, I generate altruistic intention to attain enlightenment for the benefit of all sentient beings. To accomplish my own and others' aims, I generate altruistic intention to attain enlightenment for the benefit of all sentient beings. Reverently, I posture my body, speech, and mind, and present clouds of every type of offering, actually offered and mentally transformed. I confess all my negative actions accumulated since wilderness time, and rejoice in the virtues of all holy and ordinary beings. Please remain until samsara ends, and turn the wheel of Dharma for sentient beings. I dedicate all the virtues of others and myself to the great enlightenment. The Heart Sutra. Thus have I heard. Once the Blessed One was dwelling in Rajagriha at Vajrapet Mountain, together with great gathering of Sangha of monks and the great gathering of Sangha of Bodhisattvas. At that time, the Blessed One entered the Samadhi that expresses Dhamma called profound illumination. And at the same time, Noble Avalokiteshvara, the Bodhisattva Mahasava, while practicing the profound prajna paramita, saw in this way. He saw the 5 skandhas to be empty of nature. Then through the path of the Buddha, Venerable Sariputra said to Noble Avalokiteshvara, the Bodhisattva Mahasava, how should a son or daughter of noble family train who wishes to practice the profound prajna paramita? Addressed in this way, Noble Avalokiteshvara, the Bodhisattva Mahasava, said to Venerable Sariputra, O Sariputra, a son or daughter of noble family who wishes to practice the profound prajna paramita should see in this way. Seeing the 5 skandhas to be empty of nature. Form is emptiness. Emptiness also is form. Emptiness is no other than form. Form is no other than emptiness. In the same way, feeling, perception, information, and consciousness are emptiness. Thus, Sariputra, all dhammas are emptiness. There are no characteristics. There is no birth and no cessation. There is no impurity and no purity. There is no decrease and no increase. Therefore, Sariputra, in emptiness, There is no form, no feeling, no perception, no formation, no consciousness, no eye, no ear, no nose, no tongue, no body, no mind, no appearance, no sound, no smell, no taste, no touch, no dhammas, no I dhatu up to no mind dhatu, no dhatu of dhammas, no mind consciousness dhatu, no ignorance, no end of ignorance up to no old age and death, no end of old age and death, no suffering, no origin of suffering, no cessation of suffering, no path, no wisdom, no attainment, and no non-attainment. Therefore, Sariputra, since the Bodhisattvas have no attainment, they abide by means of prajna paramita. Since there is no obscuration of mind, there is no fear. They transcend falsity and attain complete nirvana. All the Buddhas of the 3 times by means of prajna paramita fully awakened to unsurpassable true complete enlightenment. Therefore, the great mantra of prajna paramita, mantra of great insights, unsurpassed mantra, unequaled mantra, the mantra that comes over suffering should be known as truth. Since there's no deception, the prajna paramita mantra is said in this way. Ayata om gati gati pargati prasam gati puri soha. Thus, Sariputra, the Bodhisattva Mahasava should train in profound prajna paramita. Then the Blessed One arose from the Samadhi and praised noble Avalokiteshvara, the Bodhisattva Mahasava, saying, "Good, good, O son of noble family, thus it is. O son of noble family, thus it is. One should practice profound prajna paramita just as he have taught, and all the Tagadas will rejoice." When the Blessed One had said this, Venerable Sariputra and noble Avalokiteshvara, the Bodhisattva Mahasava, that whole assembly and the world with his gods, humans, asuras, and Gandharvas rejoiced and praised the words of the Blessed Ones.
Thank you, Ani Dechin. So, we'll invite Rinpoche to lead us in the Dharma teaching. Everyone can offer 3 prostrations to Rinpoche when he's on the screen. Good evening,
Good evening.
Good evening, Rinpoche.
Good evening, Rinpoche.
Good evening, Sifo.
We shall begin the Mandala Offering.
Om Ahum, Om Ahum, Om Ahum. Om Raja Ground Ahum. Here's the mighty and powerful base of gold. Om Raja Line Ahum. Outer ring is encircled with this iron fence. In the center, the king of mountains, Mount Meru. In the east, the continent Bhuvavidiha. In the south, Jambuvipa. In the west, Aparagodaniya. In the north, Uttarakuru. Around the east, the subcontinents Deha and Vidiha. Around the south, Chamara and Apachamara. Around the west, Sata and Uttaramantri. Around the north, the subcontinents Kurava and Kwarava. In the east is the treasure mountain. In the south is the wish granting tree. In the west is the wish granting cow. In the north is the harvest that needs no cultivation. Here's the precious wheel. Here's the precious jewel. Here's the precious queen. Here's the precious minister. Here's the precious elephant. Here's the precious and best of horses. Here's the precious general. Here's the great treasure vast. Here's the goddess of beauty. Here's the goddess of gallants. Here's the goddess of song. Here's the goddess of dance. Here's the goddess of flowers. Here's the goddess of incense. Here's the goddess of light. Here's the goddess of perfume. Here's the sun. Here's the moon. Here's the umbrella of all that is precious. Here's the banner of victory in all directions. In the center are all possessions precious to gods and men. This magnificent collection, lacking in nothing, I offer to you my kind and holy roots Lama, together with you venerable lineage Lamas, and to you Lama, compassionate Lama Losam Doang Dodeshang. Together with the assembly of gods, I offer this pure and beautiful collection to you. In your compassion, accept what I offer for the sake of all beings. Having accepted this to myself and to all beings, please grant your blessings through your great compassion. This ground anointed with perfume, strewn with flowers, adorned with Mount Meru, 4 continents, sun and moon. I offer in visualizations of pure Buddhas. May all sentient beings thus enjoy this pure land. Objects of my attachment, anger, ignorance, my body, my wealth, and enjoyments, without any sense of loss, I offer this collection. Please accept it with pleasure and bless me with freedom from 3 poisons. Venerable Holy Gurus, in the space of your truth body, from billowing clouds of your wisdom and love, let fall the rain of profound and extensive Dharma in wherever form is suitable for subduing sentient beings. Precious Guru, please grant me all realizations of the path, from Guru devotion to the completion of the training, the unified Raja state. Please grant me blessings that my mind will become Dharma, that Dharma will become the path, that hindrances in the path may not occur, that I may cease all conceptions and receive immediately the 2 precious bodhisattvas. Okay. Good evening, Rinpoche.
Good evening, Rinpoche.
Good evening, Rinpoche.
Evening, Rinpoche.
So, today we are going to talk
Evening,
about.
Rinpoche.
Good evening, Rinpoche.
So today we're going to talk about what is Dharma. There is much talk about this subject of Dharma, but there is not much understanding of what is Dharma. So for that, then I'm I'm going to explain in a way that is easy for everybody to understand. So what then is Dharma? Because we do say prayer, Namo Gurubhaya, Namo Buddhaya, Namo Dhammaya, Namo Sanghaya. But if it just becomes just like mouth service, then somehow it doesn't really have that the effect that we all wish, for. Now the important thing is the choice of word that I'm using now is the effect. So today's teaching will be a little bit short because actually I'm down with flu, so a little bit sorry. Yeah. So we're going to talk about what is Dharma. So we have to understand, then we can cherish what Dharma is. Now, Dharma has got a conventional sense and an ultimate sense. When it comes to the conventional sense, it is very much what everybody is doing. The conventional Dharma, when it comes to this understanding, is the conventional Dharma that can be learned. Okay, so you see, it comes out to the point that there are very many learned scholars or learned Buddhists. Okay, but that comes to the next point, which I always say we need digestion. How does digestion take place? Digestion takes place with the effect of having the ultimate Dharma. The ultimate Dharma is the very Dharma that make us have to keep on experiencing the results of the whatever we are going through in life, whatever we have learned the Dharma, keep us propelling towards awakening for the sake of all sentient beings. That in the true sense, in the true sense is the Dharma. So there's a conventional Dharma and there's an ultimate Dharma. Now, question is, and the experience is, right now we ask ourselves, are we right now still on the path of conventional Dharma or ultimate Dharma. Okay. And what is the very important link that makes conventional Dharma into ultimate Dharma? Okay. And into ultimate Dharma. And a very important thing is how do we know, how do we see the result of ultimate Dharma? Okay, so the result of ultimate Dharma, so we have to do reverse engineering. The result of ultimate Dharma must be what we call, what we label as enlightenment, or what we label as awakening. This is very important. If not, then what's the point of doing all these things? Better eat, sleep, and shit, you know, and go enjoy and do whatever you want, right? Yeah, go do your hobby, go get a job, go get money, right? And so after that, then you do whatever you want. Then when the time comes, then your body dies. Then that's it. Then that itself has not much difference from a pet. Okay, can be a pet fish, pet dog, pet cat, pet whatever pet, right? So so the result of ultimate Dharma must be awakening. If not, everything goes back to the result of samsara. This is the path that goes into this like a road, you know, it splits into two. It's either left or right. Okay, there is no two ways. There's no other way. It's either left or right. Most of us right now, we are still standing at the junction, whether we want to take left or turn right. But understandably, we all go through the same thing. Okay, and what will propel us to choose to turn to the path of awakening? It has to be one most particular quality, and that we must appreciate its quality. This quality is called suffering. Okay, if we do not suffer, and if we do not see the qualities of suffering, we basically wouldn't care so much about other people's suffering, our own suffering, and we will not have one thing that is the root of compassion, that is called empathy. Okay, because if other people suffer, then they say, oh, then that's their life. That's or some people may say, oh, then that's God's plan to make them suffer. Okay, so the reality is right now we must reflect on suffering and the qualities of suffering. Most important quality of suffering is to make us turn away from the attachment or bad habit that causes further suffering. Okay, this is not easy to just turn like this. This is not easy. Like there are some people who are addicted to taking alcohol. Some people are addicted to smoking. Some people are addicted to shopping. Some people. So you see, right now, let's make a good example is people only think, oh, oh, smoking, drinking, maybe addiction to sex, addiction to this, addiction to drugs, all this is bad. The main thing right now is we have to understand addiction itself to anything, even addiction to doing good, okay, itself is bad. Because we are doing good for the sake of what? For the sake of the label of it being called good. You understand? No activity itself is purely black or white just by us looking. We only know the activity if it is beneficial or harmful or meritorious or not, really is through the heart and motivation. Isn't it? Right? If not, you will see there is so much misunderstanding in this world. There is so much of people gossiping, people this, people that, and talking about other people. Why? Because of wanting to right the wrongs and to appear to be like a savior for other people. The reality is this. Reality is we ourselves as practitioner, okay, do we recognize suffering, the condition of suffering, the causes of suffering, okay? And how about the qualities of suffering when the suffering comes? Would we ever become sick and tired of suffering or not? When you become sick and tired of suffering, so you see suffering again has a suffering of suffering, which is like, you're sick and tired of being scolded, sick and tired of being sick and tired of this, sick and tired of that. So there's suffering of suffering, right? Next one is suffering of change. Oh, you're sick and tired of things changing all the time and stuff like that. So if you have the condition of understanding the you have a condition of sick and tired of like I'm sick and tired of getting sick, right? So suffering of change. Oh, everything you plan, and then after that something changed. No matter how we plan, how we arrange, it keep on changing. So suffering of change. Third one, all pervasive suffering. Most of us are very blind to it. Right now, I like very much, so that means it is not suffering. But you continue doing the same likable thing, you get bored of it. Okay, you get bored of it. After that, you get scared of it. Okay, so for that, to understand suffering, see the qualities of suffering, then suffering's main quality is to bring us back, not to the extreme, to swing to the other extreme of pleasure, but to bring us back to the middle path. What is the middle path? Over here, then, the middle path is for each and every one of us to understand that this Dharma that we are talking about, okay, is to be free from the extreme of pleasure or suffering. This Dharma that we are talking about is to be free from the extreme of, to practice the Dharma, that means one must become a monk or become a nun, or the other extreme is totally don't care. Just wait for somebody to come and save me. Okay? So, in the understanding of this, then very clearly we say, what is Dharma? Dharma that can be studied will always remain as knowledge. And when you remain as knowledge, there is always a strong need to justify. So you see, like if you listen to Dharma, they listen to Dharma teaching, always the teacher will have to say, why? Why, in a sense, is to trigger the listener to understand deeper, but why is also a kind of justification. You don't need to explain to a mother why you need to rush to your baby when your baby is crying. Isn't it? There's no need to explain why. There's no need to explain why where somebody whom you care about has gotten into some harm, in some accident, fell down, everything, and then you rush to care and to protect and to help, isn't it? right? So there's no need to explain why. So you see, when we listen to the Dharma, there's always a need to justify. Because the dangerous thing about listening to listening is that we are listening to suit our ego. That is the part that is so undeniably difficult to face for each and every one for us. Each and every one of us. We want to listen to the Dharma because this Dharma must suit me. Suit the way I think, suit the way I feel, suit the way I believe it that it must be. Am I right? Okay. What if teach you the actual Dharma that is very direct? Then you cannot take it. Right? We start to think, oh, Dharma practitioner, or must be like this, must be like that, must be very pure, cannot get angry, cannot eat meat, have to be monk, have to be this, have to be very gentle, and this. You see, everything, all this is what is painted by television. This is painted by television, right? If you really to see Tilopa or Naropa, come and knock on your door, ask you to open up, give him something, ask you for something. I think you freak out and slam the door. Tilopa, Naropa. Right? So, even if Guru Rinpoche to appear in front of you, you wouldn't recognize, you think he's this person looking weird, long hair, wearing war and stuff like that, walking around with a trident with skulls and everything. You think he's practicing black magic. You understand? So when we say Dharma, then what is this? How do we practice this Dharma? This Dharma is now very clearly needs 2 points. The first point is that anything that we go through in life, be it pleasure or suffering, if we do not apply the motivation of awakening, if we do not apply the motivation of awakening, the motivation of safe direction towards awakening, towards Guru, Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha, if you don't apply that, everything else automatically is to create a further cause to go back into samsara. Okay? But anything that happens, whether good or bad, but with a motivation to understand that this is towards our awakening, even if you go through all the suffering, all the suffering, all the happiness, all the enjoyments, then it becomes creating a further, quicker result of enlightenment. Okay? For example, maybe like this, not easy to understand. Somebody invite you to go to a very high-class restaurant to enjoy maybe something to eat, a nice cup of tea or coffee and everything. Okay? First group says this is bad karma. Coffee can drink from plastic cup. No need to come to hotel. No need to come to high-class restaurant. No need to eat so expensive, this and that. So everything start to criticize. Everything bad. But you're already at there. You're already there, and then you start to say, I'm Buddhist, I don't need this, I don't need that, and everything, stuff like that. Okay? So this is the path that leads to more samsara. Why? Because there's no gratitude. Don't think about the kindness of others. So if we go to next point, somebody asked to go to somewhere nice to eat and drink, then you say, oh, there's a gratitude, and all the time when you're there, such a beautiful place, you make an offering of all this place that is very pleasing and comfortable. You make this offering, Mandala offering to your gurus, Buddha, Dharma, Sangha. Okay, and then the food and everything comes, you transform into something so nice and enjoyable as a make a Samantabhadra offerings, highest offering, purest offering to all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. So right now, first one, suffering, will it lead to more suffering? Second one, enjoyment, will it lead to more enjoyment? Right? It leads to more enjoyment, further enjoyment, and will it lead to enlightenment? Okay. So enjoyment with enlightenment is possible because you don't need to have an attachment to it. Offer whatever you are attached. That is very important. Offer whatever your enjoyment is very important. Okay? Don't for the sake of your own thoughts or your own ego, self-righteously say, oh, this is bad, this is this is that. Then how? Then it becomes like there is a black and there's a white. Learning Dharma and self-righteously causing destruction of Dharma because you scare other people away. Right? The other one is everything is nice, everything is beautiful, and this and that. And so those beings who have died in a process for the food and everything that is served, and you pray for them. Okay, what is important now is our mind and mental factors should lead towards enlightenment or awakening. Then that is Dharma. Okay, any other thought that lead to current life, current enjoyment. So that's why you see, give you a very good example, one thing. My guru actually didn't like me to do business. Before I became Lama, I had a small cafe. Okay. And so my guru said like this, if you further engage in the activity of business, whatever things that you do will always result towards the result of this life. Whatever you do is only towards the result of this life. People who are doing business, the main thing is to solve their livelihood, earn a profit, expose or promote themselves. So many other things will start to creep up. Ego, pride, 8 worldly dharmas, and this and that. Right? So we must see very clearly, if you are doing a business, then how can you make your business towards awakening? Okay? If you are doing a business, if you're selling something, if you're this, you have to think of how you can represent your product, to represent your things, your product, your things, to start to help other people to see from another angle how it can be better. Okay, so give you a good example would be this. You have a friend who is an insurance agent. You have a friend who became an insurance agent, and that friend come and look for you for the purpose of asking you to buy insurance or caring for you and suggesting what is good and what is not good, what you need and what you don't need. There's a big difference, right? You understand? The main thing right now is this. There's nothing wrong with doing things to support your livelihood and this and that. The main thing is thinking of making money out of other people for the sake of self-interest, then that results in deeper samsara. Right? So when we say Namo Dhammaya, then it goes into the next step that then Namo Dhammaya. So somebody asks, then is what I'm going through in my life, in my situation, is it Dharma? Can it be Dharma? Okay. Then honestly, I'm telling you is this. What result do you want? If your result is enlightenment, and your result right now is bringing the result that you're experiencing right now, pleasure or pain, okay, suffering or happiness, did you do something or not? There is one thing that is very important to do that really purifies immediately, okay? But that is based on ourself. There's a really most powerful thing is Tonglen practice. Did you, when you are suffering, you think that since I'm suffering, may I take on the suffering of all those beings whom you see that they have this suffering, or you feel that this suffering, you take on yourself? This is not easy, but you try that your mind can take on. Now, when you have happiness, other people don't have this happiness. Did you do in your practice to share and give your happiness to others to enjoy? So you have a good karma. Did you dedicate your good karma to the beings or your relatives or your friends and everything? Dedicate to them or not? Or we think happiness and dedication is mine, a good merit is mine. Suffering, let other people take away. So we see Hungry Ghost Festival, many people like to say this during after prayers, bad thing you take away, good thing come, bad thing go. You think, if we honestly just think about it, this is a really such an unbelievable thing that can come out from our mouth, you know. If the hungry ghost are already so wretched and so much suffering, you ask them to take your suffering, and then you have more good things. Isn't it? So really, we have to go by the other way. Oh, hungry ghost, all your causes that resulted in your current state, that is miserliness, anger, cursing other people, saying bad things to other people or other people, so with the thought of putting other people down and everything. Especially when it comes to one's gurus and bodhisattvas and Dharma practitioners, right? You will say such things with a negative intent. The future life, your result is going to be like what the hungry ghost is suffering, and fire is coming out from your mouth. Okay, but your body is okay, but fire is coming out from your mouth. The fire is from inside, right? The fire is from inside. So we think, maybe this is nothing. Maybe this is nothing. Okay, but I can assure you, right now, even if we don't have a physical fire, depression or mental suffering is enough to drive people to kill themselves, isn't it? Right? If we have a depression, or other people have a depression and we do not know what to do and the pain is so great, then people just think, oh, I just want to die and end it all. On our side as practitioner, it is not easy to say that, oh, I take on your suffering and this and that. Obviously, some people later on practice until they're very easy to say. But right now is this, what we are talking about is empathy. We need to cultivate honest empathy when we say, I give you my good merits and I take on the suffering for you. Okay? Now somebody asked me, if I take on the suffering for the other beings, that wouldn't it kill myself? If let's say I aspire to be a great teacher or a great artist or this and that, so wouldn't it kill myself? Wouldn't my life be even worse than what it is today? So now, I honestly tell you, if you have a fire, if you have a stove, there's a charcoal stove, and there is already burning, you take on more charcoal of others. People don't want this black and black thing. You take on and you put on your stove, will the fire become stronger and bigger? You understand what I'm saying? Your fire will become stronger, will become bigger, and as a bodhisattva that has a fire, you will know that this fire can be transformed to do something that will be of a greater benefit for other people. Like for example, then this fire you can serve for other people for warmth, for cooking, for whatever. So a practitioner's main thing is, what is the main practice of Dharma practitioner? Now this is the another topic, important topic. The most important practice for all Dharma practitioner is this. This is in fact the heart of practice. Okay? Everything else is secondary. The heart practice of all Dharma practice is mind transformation. Whatever happens in our life, whether it is good, whether it is bad, we must understand one thing. Whether good or bad, how come we have this result is because in our previous life, definitely we planted some causes that end up we are experiencing this result, isn't it? Not possible to grow chili and get coconut, right? Not possible to grow sesame seed to get durians. It's impossible. Today, if I experience something that is letting me experience some kind of extreme suffering, this definitely because we must understand there is a previous cause. So we study this cause and do the necessary purification for it. There is a two way of seeing it. One is to accumulate great merit, the other one is do purification. Some people like to ask me, do I do accumulate merit first or do a purification? Some people just like to accumulate merit. Okay? If you are at the level that you want to accumulate merit, I rejoice for you. But my advice, heartfelt advice is accumulate merit, but please do purification. Let us do purification. If we don't do purification, whatever root of merit that comes will always have a very strong shadow. Just like I tell you, you tell me whether it is true. Okay? All right? Okay? You know, listening to the Dharma, practicing Dharma is good, isn't it? Isn't it? But then, Many people just don't want to go to the temple to accumulate merit. They don't want. And some just don't want to attend teaching. They say that, oh, I know already. But when something happened, they panic. The first thing they know is they know to remember their guru, they remember this and that. This is called merit, but with strong pollution. Okay? Now, merit has, to the next life, we say projecting karma. Okay? Karma has, in one way, which one ripen first? Okay? Root of merit ripen first, or root of negativity ripen first? Now, how do I explain this? You see some dog, very good life. Some cats, very good life. The root of negativity ripen first, but the conditional karma of good karma is there. So, but even though they end up as dog, but very good life. End up as cat, but very good lives. Every time people caring for them, people serving them, people love them, hug them, kiss them, this and that. And so people say, oh, next life, oh, better be this kind of cat and dog, better than to be a human being. Then, next one is, positive karma ripened first, but didn't have enough merit to have the continuous positive karma. Then positive karma, to be human being, whole life poor, sickly, or condition of being financially difficult, being poor, being this and that, or work hard life and this and that. Then also will not appreciate Dharma, will not appreciate this and that, they're always suspicious and this. You understand what I'm saying? It's very difficult to have projected karma to next life as a human being, and then together with the 8 freedoms and 10 endowments, to be able to continue to listen to the Dharma, to accumulate merit, to have both samsara and Dharma pleasures. So if we seriously look at our own life now, I feel samsarically, everybody is not doing too bad, isn't it? Right? We have a human body, and then you have this and that, and and at this moment, you can afford to have this electrical thing that you can see, whether you are seeing this, listening to this teaching, or seeing this teaching from a mobile phone, a tablet, an iPad, a computer, or whatever. It is your life not so bad, right? Okay. So, but if really we say those life is difficult type, then really it's very difficult. So, do we cherish what we have now or not? Or we are all we have the same spiritual path, we want the same gurus, same religion, same practice, and then after that still look out for the fault of each other and quarrel and fight, or look out for each other and cover each other's back? Which one is your goal and your aim and your activity? Do you understand what I'm saying? Do you feel what I'm saying? Okay. Many people say go to temple, and then after that also tell me, say some say bad things, some say good things. Most people I hear always like to complain about the bad things that happen in the temple, okay, or anywhere else. This, I want to say this, okay, bad things will happen to these people wherever they go, whether temple or not, because it is their conditioned karma to hear bad things, see bad things, and have bad things happen to them. Right? Okay, this is a conditioned karma. Right? So up to here, anybody got any questions to ask? Does anybody have any question to ask up to this point?
You can unmute yourself and ask Rinpoche the question if you have any online now.
Hello, Rinpoche.
Yes, Fabian.
Fabian here. Yeah, I'd like to ask you, you talk about purification, then what are the things that can we do to do purification for ourselves? It's like, how many times we need to read the Vajrasattva mantra every day, or something like that, I don't know. But I've been reading, reciting the mantra, or even Lin Hua Shen Da Si's mantra, 7-line prayers, all these things. Does all these things actually help, or even recitation of 88 88 Buddha, will all these things help us to purify? Thank you.
Definitely do this recitations of the Buddha's names and Vajrasattva mantras, 7-line prayers. Definitely they will help. But how to recite it properly with the proper feeling, the proper thing is how well this product will work on you. Okay? Like for example, detergents or this and that, whether you know how to use this detergent or how well it will work on how it cleans these things. So we have to understand, most important right now, we must first recognize that we have something to purify. It is towards enlightenment, not because of getting rid of just suffering. This is the first point. Many of us we only do purification when there is suffering. When there's no suffering, what's there to purify? My life is good. So we will see that in temples, only the bad things will always happen. Why? In temples, the reality, okay? When people are sick, they come temple. Isn't it? People are sick, they come temple. People are going to die, they come temple. When people pass away, they go to temple. Okay? So all the bad things happen in their life. Somebody some people believe somebody got black magic, they go temple. Somebody got possessed, they go temple, isn't it? Right? Somebody got depression, got this, got that, all kind of problem, they go temple, isn't it? Why not when people are happy and well, they go to temple to listen to Dharma? And we ourselves also don't have the guts to share the good news of liberation and enlightenment to our own friends and ask our friends to come listen to Dharma together. Because we feel, no lah, we don't go and convert people, and we don't go and convert people 1, don't go and convert people 2, don't go and convert people 3 also. We follow natural law. Don't talk nonsense, okay? Right? We have to face ourselves. We really just need to face ourselves. That is the real answer. Okay? Most of us, truthfully, most of us are cowards. We don't dare to face ourselves. So when somehow, somewhere, something got problem, first natural instinct is to run. Isn't it? Somehow, this is and then it's always somebody else's fault. And it always has to be somebody else's fault. Okay, so when we understand this, the most important thing right now is not just for remove suffering, but really you want to have bodhicitta. You say you are reciting this because you aspire and you are taking action towards the result of enlightenment. Okay, so maybe you say, instead of saying that I want to become a Buddha, change to, may I result in awakening for the sake of liberating all these beings. The hell beings, hungry ghost beings, hungry ghosts, animals, human beings, devas, and gods. We very easy to have empathy for beings who have more suffering than us. Ask you to pray for a multi-millionaire, will you pray? No, what? He better than me, ma. Why should I pray for him? He live better, stay better, eat better, dress better. Still need me to pray for him. Crazy. Okay? But right now is this. Buddha and Bodhisattvas have all equal love for all beings. So that's why we say right now, you see, you say equanimity. What is equanimity? Okay? If equanimity, the base is flat, definitely you have a different result. Isn't it? Everybody stand on equal ground, then some of us are taller, some of us are shorter, isn't it? That is called equanimity. Then equanimity of heart is to accept that everybody will be, some are taller, some are shorter. Some are fairer, some are darker. Okay? Then right now is main thing is we want to understand how to do this purification practice. What is there, not just the recitation of the Vajrasattva, but what is the secret of the meanings of the suit, you know, the sticky things that come out from the body. How come there are frogs? How come there are snakes? How come there are scorpions? Right? And how come there are cockroaches? Okay, coming out from your body. Right? So all these things have meanings. And then we take the time to experience and then them leaving our body. Okay? You don't have to do long time, but we have to do it. You can do every day, at least you try one mala. Right? Different type of transformations will result in different type of result. Okay? So for Vajrasattva practice, then maybe to end of the year, when I completed what I'm supposed to do, then I will give this Vajrasattva initiation. Then I will give the transmissions, and I will give the transmission, the initiation, and then the teaching for what is the meaning for all these visualizations. Okay, then really everybody can practice together and do the same visualization of purging all the things that we have. So there's a downward purification, upward purification, instantaneous purification, and union. Okay, yeah, and union. So these four activities can be performed all through Vajrasattva. And then that is, of course, there is the tantric method, and then there's a sutra method, is a relying on the name of Buddha. Just like Christians rely on the name of Jesus Christ, right? And then Muslims rely on the name of God, Allah, right? There's 100 names of Allah, I think, and then there's also the Christians rely on the name of Jesus Christ, right? So on our side, we also have a reliance on the name of Buddhas, so the Buddhas who made the vows, special Buddha's names who made special vows that whoever recite this, my name, for this particular purpose, definitely will have this result. Okay, definitely will have this result. So many people try and then they tell me, say they didn't get the result. So I'm telling you why. Because many people try with doubt. They are there to try to see, I see whether it works or not. You understand what I mean? Okay. Blessings and inspirations are no accidents. They cannot happen if we are just doing the recitation. See, oh no, I'm still not happy. Leh. I'm still sick. Leh. I'm still this, I'm that. Okay? Yeah. Somebody tell me, say, I do medicine Buddha recitation for the sake of losing weight, but I'm still fat. Okay? So you may laugh, some of you laugh, but you must understand, I face these kind of questions. And it is not funny for the person who says that I really recite, with faith and everything, but then I'm still fat. So that I said, the main thing of the teaching of Buddha, the recitation, is to bring our mind towards the light, the side of light, and towards our activity of how we can focus on something else. If we can allow ourselves to do that, we will start using our body, speech, and mind to focus on any other things and not just focusing on binge eating because of low self-esteem, because of sadness, because of this and that, where they eat and they don't know what else to do. So if we can understand the beings that we are coming into contact with, then truly it will start to have a beneficial activity of being able to bring hope and light to the lives of other people. And that is what makes Dharma practice most important. You understand? Just mere reciting prayer, burning incense, this. Recite prayer for what? Okay, to fulfill your needs, just like listening to Dharma for what? To make you feel good. Okay, so with this, we have to understand these few points. Okay, that we are not here to listen to the Dharma for the purpose of feeling good, or the purpose of feeling, I was right, or I'm right, and this and that. Oh, so this is 不是这样子的, it's not supposed to be like that. Okay, so please practice, Fabian. Please continue to do your recitation. Understand there's some books to you can check out. Yeah, I would suggest you read some books on the subject of the benefit of reciting the names of Buddhas. Okay, if you type it down in Google, definitely they'll be there. The benefit of reciting the names of Buddhas, right? Yeah, the benefit of reciting like Namgyalma or Stainless Pinnacle, right? There's a different Buddhas. They have so many different benefits and power. But the main thing is that most people end up like asking the Buddha to, the great Buddha, most powerful Buddha, to clean our toilet. Okay? What do I say that is? We are asking the Buddha to fulfill my wishes. And my wishes are usually very small. Imagine you practice for so many years for the sake of benefiting others, but people are come and ask you, can you bless me to have for my boss to give me more increment so I'll be happy? Can you bless me that I can have my wish come true? Okay. If you really see and listen, many people are attached to the external form of the things, but they do not see what they really need inside. And it is up to you then, on your path towards enlightenment, to shine some light inside for themselves. Okay? shine some light inside for themselves so that they will naturally know what is beneficial for themselves and for others. There's a question here. What to do when suicidal thoughts arise after prayers or purification practice? If it's very difficult, please go to temple, arrange for this puja called chaptru to be performed as soon as possible. Sometimes it's not because we have this obstacle, but we have this it's because we have pollution or karmic creditors. They don't like you to practice Dharma. So every time you practice Dharma, they try to influence and affect your mind. So even on your own, it is good if you can arrange for this puja called chaptru. Okay, purification and cleansing puja. You can do once a month, even on your own. Okay, to arrange to have this puja to be done. You can do in the counter. Okay. Why? Because we do not know. We are not enlightened yet to know what harm we have done to others. Even in our current life, something we try to do for others for their benefit, but other people perceive it as harm, isn't it? And then they hate us for harming them, but actually we are trying to help them, right? Right? You experienced this before, right? Why does it happen like this? It's because merit not enough on both sides. Pollution is strong. Karmic creditor is strong. Pollution is strong. Now you understand? If you have this kind of thoughts, please do this. Then another thing is good. I did explain last week that you can offer flowers, okay, on a plate to the Buddha. And then after that, you can recite you can recite Vajrasattva mantra and request Vajrasattva's nectar to go into the water, one mala, long mantra, and then after the Vajrasattva dissolves into you, then you bathe with the flower and the water, and then you can bathe flower water. Okay? You can try these methods. Okay? Then there's a purification. Okay? If you can do Su Puja, then do Su Puja, and so as to pay back karmic debts by doing Su Puja. All right. So what to do? This is not a funny question, but a serious question to me. Okay. I want to tell you, I have seen in our temple, somebody came and say that he is in love with a ghost. He knows he's in love with a ghost. I think Ani Choki and some people know when temple was renting at another site called 172, one unit. there was this guy who would come in the middle of the night, and then after that, always looking for this lady, okay, around the area. And so one night, he brought me a bun. He bought me a bun from the coffee shop and bought me a bun. It was tausa bun, right? A bean paste bun, sweet bean paste bun. So I accepted the offering. I prayed for him. Then he said, "Thank you, Sifu, for taking care of talking to him and believing in him and taking care of him and everything." So I thank him. I give him encouragement. The next day, he jumped off the building and he died. Okay. So I feel if he had done chop through and everything, this may not have happened, right? Because he was in the place that he lived, and then he saw that his girlfriend was outside asking him to come, and then so he went and then he jumped off. Yeah. So this is an unfortunate case. This was an unfortunate case. Yeah. Next question is, what is passionless wisdom? So most of us we want to practice to attain some wisdom or result because we like it. So there is a passion, isn't it? Right? So when passionless wisdom, then it becomes a practice that you are cultivating to have this awakening without a reason. There is no Chinese, there's this word called wu wei. Okay? Yeah, means you don't have to do it for a reason of self, but you're doing it for the benefit for others. Like just like somebody asks you, why you donate money to this place to help the other people? You say, either some people say because I feel like it, or some people will just say, just because. You understand? You are practicing just because. There's no reason to prove or justifying. Okay? 不需要去证明为什么你要修行，不需要去证明为什么你要做这个做那个。Just because. 无畏。Okay? All the empress of China, they have this word 无畏 above their throne. No reason. There's no reason to love, to practice love. Okay? Love for all beings. There's just this, there's no reason, there's no need to prove, there's no need to justify. Just comes, just do. Passionless wisdom. No result to prove and to gain anything. So, what are dakas? Similarly, then what are dakinis? So then, we ourselves, if you are a practitioner, you can say if you have this realization, you can say you are small daka, small dakini. So, have you seen Lama dance? Right, the ceremonial dancing of the deities. Have you seen? Right, Lama dance on TV or whatever. I'm sure you've seen, right? So, you see, actually, we are all like that. The deities move so fast that you cannot see, so that they slow down to let us see, like like this. So what is the main purpose of slowing down? What's the main purpose of seeing? That is called, we are always dancing in between the space of life and death. Okay? When we are moving, is life. When we are stopping, is death. Isn't it? When we stop this move, stop, and then we move again, that is, now this is life, death. Life, death. Life, death. Life, death. You understand? So when you are doing Dakas and Dakinis, realize we are all in between this life and next life. Right? We are in the so-called life now, and then we'll go into the bardo of in between lives. There is the death of this body, then go into the bardo. 中阴身, 两世之间的中阴身. So we are in between bardo, life, we're in between life, death, bardo. Life, death, bardo. We are continuously in this cycle of living, dead. Living, dead. Moving, stopping. Moving, stopping. Like this. So this is help us to understand Dakas and Dakinis, see everything as based on cause, conditioning, effect. What is the cause? First cause, before the cause of motivation, causes, motivation, having the thought of a causes, then there's a conditioning, and then there's an effect. Everything is continuously having like this, moving, stopping, moving, stopping, moving, stopping. So Dakas, Dakinis dance in this space of emptiness. Okay? They see everything with bodhicitta, with the thought, the spirit of enlightenment to wake everybody up that everything is in this dance of life and death, moving and stopping. The moment we move, become past, present, past. You understand? The future is coming. That is, we are creating it. The past, present, future, future, present, past. Everything is continuously happening at the same time. You cannot say this result is this is a result, because this result may be the conditioning of another future result. This result may also be the cause of another future conditioning that leads to a future result. Right? Correct? For example, many people just say, oh, I have a result. I have a baby. Baby, giving birth to the baby, you got baby means that is the effect, or the baby is the condition, and the baby is the new cause to have buying new clothes, buying nappy, feeding baby continuously non-stop. You understand what I'm saying? No particular action is absolute. This is the meaning of Dakas and Dakinis. Everything happens understanding and realizing nothing is absolute. Okay, this is very important. Everything happens and nothing is absolute. Okay, we have this really deep feeling. Everything is happening, nothing is absolute. Everything is happening, nothing is absolute. Everything that is happening is also a cause, is also a condition, and is also an effect. Because our mind only like to think everything that happened to me, it is an effect. But everything that's happening to you, you can do mind training, isn't it? With mind training, it becomes a cause. That's why in Mahayana Buddhism, mind training, or as practitioner, the most important thing for all of us is mind training. Not thinking about, oh, my heart is broken, my heart is dead, I'm very sad, people do this, so I'm so hurt, I'm so sad, I'm so this, I'm so that, I tried this, everybody is like that. My heart is hurt, my heart is sad, everybody, all worldly thing is like that. But see, the dance of the Dakas and Dakinis, there is no fixated identity. Okay, and we don't keep on, we must stop thinking that I am whatever I am now is the karmic result of the past. Because whatever you are now is the continuous conditioning of future. Now the whole game changes. You understand? This is the game-changing attitude. Whatever happened to me now makes me understand the past, and it's the continuous conditioning for the future. 现在的今天是将来的延续。Right? So this is something very important for each and everyone to understand, to feel. In the aspirational bodhicitta prayer, it says to free all sentient beings from the fears of samsara and nirvana. What are the fears of nirvana? Anybody want to attempt to answer what are the fears of nirvana?
Is it greed?
Sorry?
Is it because of
Because of, sorry?
greed?
Greed? Okay. And type?
Hi, Sifu.
Yes, Rinpoche.
So
Extinction.
okay. What else? Anybody else? Just now somebody said something.
Why is like you reach Buddha already, but then no matter what you do, nobody in the end you keep saving one, then 10 more people do more bad things.
Okay.
You're asking what's a fear of nirvana? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Well, if you, oh dear, I don't know what to do about that. The fear could be that you enjoy nirvana so much that you don't want to continue to work for sentient beings. It's just, someone writes just self-liberation.
Okay. All are not wrong answers. So, fear of nirvana, the closest answer is what Anne said. Anne Tyke said, fear of extinction. But actually at a daily level, we are fear of nirvana because we are fear of freedom. Because we are fear of ceasing of relationship. Isn't it? Fear of ceasing of relationship is the root cause. Because of so many relationship with people and everything. So if I become nirvana, then everything's gone. So, and a good English word is fear of extinction. Everything that I have done and everything is gone. So you don't want to have nirvana. You understand? So it's like some Rinpoches, you request that, oh, please, don't go and don't turn into nirvana and come back and continue and this and that, right? Good request, but quite nonsensical, right? Complete the nirvana we should embrace is the nirvana of self-grasping. At every moment, every day, we should have this nirvana, true cessation of self-grasping. Just like this, okay? So, don't think that we need to encourage ourselves and each other that we can do it. Don't keep on thinking that, oh, in this life I cannot. I definitely not good to practice this. I'm not good enough to practice Tantra. I'm not good enough to understand this. My merit is not enough. My knowledge is not enough. My this is not enough. That is not enough. When next life is coming, then you will know you regret everything. Try whatever it takes from this very moment to cherish whatever possible to have the result of whatever small awakening that you may have. Then your life becomes meaningful. Yeah, like what things we have in our rooms and our houses, what can we take away in the next life, to the next life? Right? In fact, I think everybody, all of us, just one cabinet full of necessities will do. Everything else is fleeting, isn't it? That is a reality. Everything else is fleeting. Of course, this is not a nice thing to hear. Everybody wants the more clothes, more books, more this, more that. And reality is it is ridiculous. So actually, it's really something that we all should reflect and think about. Okay. Does anybody have any questions?
Hi Rinpoche, I'm David.
Yeah.
Actually, I posted a question, but I asked here lah. So just now you were highlighting that the first thing we must do as practitioner is to do mind training. So I was thinking the general question to ask you. So what is really mind training? My first thought is being positive. That means no matter what happened, condition, we must always tell ourselves to be positive, or we change our mind to be positive. Is that mind training, or we're only touching the surface? Thank you, Rinpoche.
That is more like touching the surface. When you say change everything to become positive, they're swinging from one extreme to the other extreme.
So how can we be deeper and be just like the enlightened beings?
To see the emptiness of whatever that is happening, the emptiness of cause, the emptiness of its conditions, and the emptiness even to the result. It is empty. 它是空的. Okay. So what create the energy of something? It is your thoughts. It is your mind. That is everything. In another words, in a simple way, is everything start from idea. Right? Everything start from your idea. And since everything that start from an idea that can materialize, so I will use modern language. All ideas can materialize into something physical, right? So let's reverse engineer this. All physical things come from the conditions, compounded conditions, and are a result of ideas, isn't it?
Yes.
So these ideas and all these things, therefore, they don't have a true existence, isn't it?
Yes.
So therefore, they are empty of true existence, isn't it?
Yes.
So when we say mind training, the mind training right now does not mean something's happening and then we want to be positive about it. The mind training over here is to be able to reverse engineer everything, to see everything comes from an idea. Idea of self or idea of others. Or idea or the result of previous ideas of previous life. So there is no blaming, there's no justification. There is purification, there's acceptance, there is empathy, and there is love. So for some people who say that they are gay, they are bi, they are transsexual, they are straight, which one is normal, I ask you? You know what is normal? To me, you know what is normal?
Yes, Rinpoche.
Compassion is normal, not the sexuality. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
Okay. So what is the mind training here? The mind training is not the sexuality, not the people, but compassion for because they are suffering. That itself is also mind training. So mind training, when it comes, it's not a matter of saying, oh, look at the good side, look at the good side. It's not to look at the good side, but to be able to deconstruct the current condition to create a meaningful result. Deconstruct the current result, deconstruct the condition that it is now to recreate a new condition to have an enlightening result. Because it comes from our idea now. My idea right now is to deconstruct whatever that is happening. Like I am fat is my result. I can deconstruct the idea that I am permanently fat. I can reconstruct the idea that I have a physical body, and through exercise and through meaningful diet and meaningful exercise and good mindset, I exercise, I train, and then I can be, either I want to lose weight or I want to bulk up to become six-pack and muscle man. Okay, it's all depend on my idea. And therefore, it is all empty. Therefore, it is a mind training. You understand, all of you? Okay, so see it in this way, rather than say, oh, everything for negative, so let's look at the positive side and this and that. Oh. Okay, any other question?
Thank you, Rinpoche.
Okay, no other question, then please offer mandala.
This ground anointed with perfume, strewn with flowers, adorned with Mount Meru, 4 continents, sun and moon. I offer in visualizations as pure Buddhas. May all sentient beings thus enjoy this pure land. Om Yidam Guru Rana Mandala Kapniya Tayam. Okay, let's recite Rinpoche's long life for you. Om Savasti. Like the countless light rays that radiate from Ruby Mountain, exquisite Amitayu, Lord of everlasting life, who cultivates and one does not tire of seeing, whose essence is of infinite life, the nectar of immortality, please easily grant our Guru the CD of stable and everlasting life. You are intelligent and skillful in upholding the traditions of Buddha, spreading holy Dharma through explanation of practices in order to lead disciples onto the path to liberation. You're the one who's our guide. Please live a long and stable life. I request respectfully my precious Holy Guru to enjoy excellent health. I request respectfully my precious Holy Guru to live a long life. I request respectfully my precious Holy Guru that the Dharma activities spread and flourish far and wide. I request respectfully my precious Holy Guru to bless me to be never separated from you. In all my future rebirths, may I never be separated from my perfect Guru, may I enjoy the magnificent Dharma, and by completing the qualities of stages and path, may I quickly attain the state of Vaishnava. Okay, let's do a dedication. Due to this merits, may I soon attain the enlightened state of Guru Buddha, that I may be able to liberate all sentient beings from the sufferings. May the precious Buddha mind not yet born rise and grow. May the born have no decline, but increase forevermore. We meet with the children is a dream, it can be one bojambeya, Ganshi can be 2 years on Gava, Losandra Pejala Sowadi. We meet with the children is a dream, it can be one bojambeya, Ganshi can be 2 years on Gava, Losandra Pejala Sowadi. We meet with the children is a dream, it can be one bojambeya, Ganshi can be 2 years on Gava, Losandra Pejala Sowadi. Okay, thank you, Rinpoche, for the teachings.
Thank you, Rinpoche.
Thank you, Rinpoche.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Rinpoche.
Rinpoche.
Thank you, Rinpoche.
Thank you, Rinpoche.
Thank you, Rinpoche.
Rinpoche. Thank you, Rinpoche.
Thank you, Rinpoche.
Thank you, Rinpoche.
Good night.